Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm Jeff from South Korea. I know this is not energy-specific conference, but I'm trying to say about totally different new energy, which is innovative technology. So we generate energy from waves. So maybe you heard about the solar energy or offshore wind energy, but we are generating electricity from the waves. It is very intense and much more predictable when you think about the dark winter time without sunlight, without much wind. We are very much predictable all the time, consistent day and night. So when you look at this worldwide map, the dark blue areas are very much high resource for the wave energy. Atlantic Ocean is actually 20-meter high waves. So we here in the UK, we set up the UK company 2 months ago to produce electricity, to trade the device, as well as the licensing business. So we can imagine 26 gigawatt of the market only for the wave energy. We can be secured by the long term, 15 years, the government incentives, which is the world best in this country. So our target market is very much small, less populated, and microgrid market. I will explain later. So last 5 years, we have done full R&D development as well as the demonstration plant we developed in South Korea. So we are generating electricity last 11 months. So we are gathering good, consistent wave data at the moment in South Korea. So now in the UK, we will bring that experience to generate commercial scale, which is 1 megawatt project. So we are so-called TRL7, which is a technology readiness level, which is the very mature stage, commercially viable stage. I will show you just brief video clip. Oh. So this is the device, so-called power generator sitting on onshore. So normally when you think about the wave energy, it should be the offshore, but we are sitting on onshore. The 3 buoys, you can see, through the normal rope to go to the seabed, connecting to the onshore-based device. So you can easily understand with this. So we can absorbing the energy from multi-directional so-called degree of the freedom, which is very unique technology I can show you later. So inside of the device, we collect kinetic movement to generate power takeoff unit, generator, converter, inverters to connect to the grid. Maybe this is not very familiar with your interest, so I will just skip it. So again, all the areas sitting in onshore, which is totally different. This is the actual site in South Korea. It's a Jeju Island, in a very famous place. We have a 20-feet size container-sized device. So to compare with existing UK players, there are very much deep water, the offshore. But we are sitting on onshore, only require 3-meter shallow water. That means very economical. So again, we don't need subsea cabling, which is normally 10 million pounds to install, only for the subsea cabling. The reason why, to gather the huge infrastructure on the offshore, they have to have a good, big size of the market. But compared with that, our solution is sitting on onshore, so we are targeting very niche, small market very efficiently in the shallow water. Secondly, we absorb the energy. We harvest the energy from multidirectional, while many competitors do the only up and down movement. Thirdly, obviously, it is very easy to install and easy to maintain for sure. So we can just use the capex only 3 million, which is very competitive compared with the other huge infrastructure. Again, this is our core technology to show how eco-friendly we are, because the birds are breeding together with us on the buoy, and under the sea, the fishes are gathering on our unit, which is very eco-friendly. Now, this is actually normally for the investor. So, okay, I just briefly try to say, at the moment, we just generate 3 million per megawatt in terms of the capital cost, but in 3 years' time, we will go to 100 megawatt to reduce our capex to 1.1 million pound. Okay, so the left-hand side, he's famous Secretary of Energy Minister for 5 years' time. So he's the chairman of our business, which is another good sign. We are partnering with the EMAC, which is the world-famous ocean energy institution in Scotland. So I know this is very different from what you have heard this morning, but I'm very happy to have your question if you have any. Okay, because we have 2 more slots from South Korea, so I will just leave over.
Hello, everyone. I'm the Kevin Lee from the Keypairs. Today, I'm going to present the Smart Run Card, which is the things we need for finance transactions. I think you guys have, every one of you have an account, right, the banks. So whenever you make a transfer of the money, you need the verifications, such as like this, right? EMB readers, PKI, OTP token, payments, mobile SMS OTP, other things to verify who you are before you're sending money, right? And what we do is we're trying to eliminating all the devices into one simple card, which is we call all-in-one card, we call Smart One Card. So this Smart One Card is NFC enabled, that simply touch your phones and then making all the things done on the 1 second. Okay, always there are disputes between the convenience and security level, right? So the ID password, for instance, is convenient, handy, but it's like vulnerable and hacking things, obviously. And OTP token EMB readers, such as this, like Barclays or Lloyd banks they use, which is heavy. So you gotta have always, bring your, the EMB reader in your pocket. So that, however, once you have a Smart Run Card, we make this convenient and secure and easy to integrate, because this particular card is a simple generic Visa or MasterCard which you have in the wallet. So simply bring your generic card and make all the things done in 1 second. And the reason behind is that because our card, which is securely, the key is securely installed like physically, like safety boxes. It's unlike other software management systems, the key is basically on the open desk. So somebody take you, see, and use, and even taken your key things whenever they need. So no legal binding, of course, not. Okay. But on the other hand, once you have the keys in the boxes, which is much more secure, and legally the binding too. Okay. So how these things happen? Because the technologically, we have a PKI, the public key infrastructures, mostly used for DoD and the government access, and also using near-field communications. And the other one is the fast identity online, which is a biometric, the authentication, the initiatives back in a couple of years back. Okay, so we put in everything together is one single chipset. Okay, this is what the Keypairs we providing. And also, we also CMBP certified, which is sort of a cryptographic module verification platform, which is very hard to get certified, but we've done. So only the one company we got the card is have a CMBP certified. And then how does it work? Okay, so we simply the card, because every Android phone has an NFC enabled. So once you touch like this, and then near-field communication got the powers and the communications, and then the numbers pops up or even hidden, so that you don't have to retype the numbers when you make transfer. Simply everything is hiddenly through the server like this. Okay, so I have a demo, but maybe I can, after meetings, I can show you demo in person, all right? And so that this is who we are. And if we compare like legacy systems, one thing before I close these comments, because the smart one card supporting legacy systems, what it means that the banks spend $1 million to build up their legacy system for a transaction, right? So we're supporting this legacy system. Also, however, we also give it handy to the users. We're trying to making everything together with a single card. So compared to a legacy system, it's much more secureable and the mobility is to use because like Oyster card, right? When you touch Oyster card, whenever you make underground, over the ground, it's same as token. You use like a smart one card, so using use your phone as readers. Okay. Besides that, the UK government recently announced that here's FIDO authentications is being used for allow UK citizens to access your government documentations, like biometric, the authentication process. We support the FIDO systems, so that I think you probably in a year or two see that how the card can be used for you access your documentation through the card. Okay. All right, and the market size, of course, is huge because once IoT is grow very fast and everything once connected internally, and then what's happening now is that security is much more, demanding. So that I think at least the 5 or 10% whole the market will be the security that matters. So we are the position here to provide the best, the security solution to the IoT market. So what is IoT market? This is the addressable market here. Look at this, like a smart home, for instance, or IP TVs, IP cameras, CCTVs, and even like a smart AMI or smart doors, even smart car, and then even healthcare. So whenever you have valuable information, private information, you better protect, okay? So, all right. Here's another application like IoT smart meters matters. With same as token, we're providing the key solution to the IoT meters. Okay, these are our clients, the banks in Asia. We built millions of the bank here in the Asian market. We have already proven technology here. And I'm here in the UK to try to check it out the market here too. Hopefully, there's a huge market. All right, the patents, and of course, we have the patents. And lastly, the team members. We have CTOs right in the middle of seat. Any questions regarding questions? And the business matters, you can talk to me. All right, thank you very much. If you have any questions, well, I'll be happy to get. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Eugene. I'm a marketing manager for KTB Solution. KTB Solution is 8 years old security company. We have a lot of guys with the muscles only on their fingers because we are cybersecurity company. We make FDS, fraud detection system, KYC, know your customer system for financial institutions, government, and e-commerce. We have FDS established the customers in Korea. 4 major banks out of 5, Korean Army headquarters, and Korean #1 e-commerce are with us. We continuously monitor and detect fraud to protect our clients' critical assets against cybercrime. As we're working as a security guy for online banks, we realized that more and more people like to go to mobile bank. But it made the banks to know their customers difficult because they can't see them face to face. So who got the chance? Fraudsters. They have stolen $112 billion in the past 6 years. Banks are losing billions of revenue and their customers. So we found out the troublemaker. Who is it? Password. How many passwords do you have? Do you remember all of them? Exactly. We are struggling to remember passwords and even PIN. But ironically, for hackers, what type of password it is, they just find out the way to crack. Security is trust. Password is not strong enough by itself. Banks need to build more secure guys, but they're looking for strong but cheap. And they try to listen to their customers. They all seriously worry about the security. But on the other hand, they don't want to carry a burden. They want convenience, something easier. So, to replace password and to know their customers better, we made Smart Sign Cross, and it's a biometric multi-factor authentication system. So they can know your customers, physiological biometrics, by face recognition. Know your customers, behavioral biometrics, by real-time signature verification. And know your customers by our proven monitoring and detection system. All in one simple step. So it's more secure and much easier for their customers. And it's going to be economical for me because we provide two-factor authentication system for the price of one. Now, SBI Savings Bank, their customers' banking life is much easier than ever since the bank integrated Smart Sign Cross. So their customers, they don't have to drive to the bank anymore because the customer's physical presence not required to open a bank account. They tap to mobile bank, open a bank account, and take out loans. Convenient, isn't it? This is what's happening in Korea. So here in UK, we want you to hear what their customers want from their customers. So according to the research, 1/4 of UK, 1/3 of European respondents said, we would switch our banks if it didn't provide biometric solutions. We would leave our banks if they don't offer up-to-date technology. You need to compare and prepare, you need to prepare and compare Smart Sign Cross to other biometric authentication solutions, such as fingerprints, iris, vein. They're so convenient to use. But once it's compromised, it's impossible to change. But signature, there you go. You can easily replace your biometrics if necessary. And we found another interesting research. According to the research by Deloitte, 72% of people in UK own a smartphone, and 27% of smartphones include a fingerprint scanner. It means only 2 out of 10 has a fingerprint scanner on their smartphones. But unfortunately, most of the banks in UK only allows Apple users to log in with their fingerprint scanner. So only one is actually taking advantage of convenient mobile banking life. Unfair. We want all your customers take advantage of convenient mobile banking life. So we made Smart Sign Cross gather the biometrics without additional hardware. Your clients use app, web, old, new, doesn't matter. It only needs cloud-based software. That's why Citi announced KTB Solution Smart Sign is the winner of the best authentication solution at Citi Mobile Challenge last year. We believe handwritten signature is one of the oldest yet simplest authentication method in human history. And KTB Solution wishes to pass on the tradition to next generation with your help. We're in the UK right now and based in South Korea and Japan. Thank you very much. We are KTB Solution. Thank you.